Standing on my own, I'm ready to move on. Don't try to hold me down. No, I'm fighting on my own. I'm ready to move on. Don't try to hold me down. Standing on my own, I'm ready to move on. Don't try to hold me down. Fighting on my own, I'm ready to move on. Don't try to hold me down. Standing on my own, I'm ready to move on. Don't try to hold me down. Fighting on my own, I'm ready to move on. Don't try to hold me down. Standing on my own, I'm ready to move on. Don't try to hold me down. No, I'm fighting on my own, I'm ready to move on. Don't try to hold me down. Fighting on my own, I'm ready to move on. Don't try to hold me down. Standing on my own, I'm ready to move on. Don't try to hold me down. Fighting on my own, I'm ready to move on. Don't try to hold me down. Fighting on my own, I'm ready to move on. Don't try to hold me down.
Hey everybody, this is your girl Creole Butterfly, Libra Butterfly, Coco 929, coming to you from the great state of Kentucky, where the women are beautiful and the horses are fast. The horses are beautiful and the women are fast. It just really depends on what you like. I want to say happy birthday, happy Quinceañera, happy bar mitzvah, happy anniversary to anybody who is celebrating anything today, to Lottie Dottie and every darn body, you, and you. Also, you know I am the Oprah of the what? Smooches. You get a smooch, you get a smooch, you get a smooch. Everybody gets a smooch. And mwah, that's a kiss from me to you, okay? I hope when you leave here, you feel informative, loved, and appreciated because that is the goal of the Butterfly Queendom. We are misfits. We don't fit in anywhere. We fit in everywhere. If you understand that, you understand it, okay? All right. I hope everybody's having a great morning thus far. I know I am, and I've had 1 cup of coffee. I'm trying to cut it back down to 2, y'all. Lately, it's been a 3 cup of coffee day. I ain't even gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. And coffee been coffeeing. Oh, yes. Okay, so check this out before we get started. I got a freaking bill, right? Hey, Chipper Boo. Thank you so much, babe. Thank you. Okay, no problem. Thank you. It had today is I got a bill yesterday, y'all. I'm gonna start off with this. I got a bill yesterday, and I had surgery, a follow up surgery in December. In December, they actually sent me a bill from December talking about I owe them $1,000. You a lie? I got 3 insurances. You better pick an insurance you want to send that bill to. That's all I'm gonna tell you. I got three. Count them, 1, 2, 3. Okay. My outcome of that bill is supposed to be $0.00. And today, when I get out of here, I'm gonna call them and tell them, sweetie, what bill, what insurance did you did you file that with? Because you couldn't have filed them with all three. And they got authorization for the surgery and the anesthesia, because that's what it's from, the anesthesiologist. And they got authorization from the anesthesiologist. So y'all not supposed to be billing me. Y'all can wait on it, and it better not show up on my credit. And I mean that. I mean that. And I'm gonna tell them it better not show up on my credit. Y'all better remove it from my credit like it never existed. If not, I'm suing you. I'm not playing. I'm not playing with my credit because they always throw it on your credit like you did something wrong when they haven't really even billed people or gave them enough time to pay the bill. No, y'all not gonna do me. Shoot. Okay, anyway. So y'all, I was gonna talk about your girl Ali, right? Because somebody else wanted to talk about that, right? I didn't want to talk about it, but she is interesting. I read her book a long time ago. I knew about her a long time ago. I always thought she was a loudmouth, that she had the answers to life, period. You know, when she really didn't. No one has the answers if you ain't Jesus. Nobody has the answers to life, period, but Jesus. And so when I see a lot of people like that, they always have the answer for you, me, we, and thee. But the world no one gets better. Our color people don't get better, and all this and stuff. But you got the answers to everything. It just kind of makes me go, hmm. But I did. Somebody sent me something for me to read and listen to, and I did, and it was interesting. And so I wanted to talk about it. But I only, I told this person I will only talk about it if they want to talk about it. So since they not here, evidently they don't want to talk about it. So we're gonna roll on, okay? She did make some good points. Um, she was talking about how we, as far as dating, as far as black people, we have changed the way that we date. We also changed the way that we have sex because most people want to hit it from the back now instead of facing each other. See, love making, let me tell you. Let's get into this. Love making should be face to face. Now you can do other things, but for the most part, it should be face to face. I should love you enough. You should love me enough that when we're sharing that passionate moment, that we want to look each other in our eyes and face each other, and all this and stuff. And I love you, and yeah, I love you too, baby. But most people now, they're so detached, okay, from the heart of the matter. They're detached this is just what I feel. They detach from the emotions of what making love is, that they actually don't want to look at you. They rather hit it from the back, because that way I'm not connected to you. The eyes is the window to the soul. So when we're making love and my deceased husband was facing me and I'm facing him, and he's going in and I'm receiving it, and we both, in our moment, it's just us. That's intimacy. I mean, to the 10th degree. That's passion to the, you know. So I'm kind of I watch people who never want to be attached. See, it's a lot of people that would love to have sex with you but don't attach to you. They just want the physical aspect of it and be done. I'm not that type of person. I have so much love to give. I need to make love, if it makes sense. We can, even when me and my deceased husband used to do drive-bys, you could still feel the passion. We couldn't get away from how we felt about each other. That passion was there even during the drive-by. And I know some of y'all is like, what is a drive-by? A drive-by is when he ain't got to warm you up to get none. It just, yeah. It's just one of them, you in the kitchen cooking, and the kids is either gone or downstairs, and he come up and palm your booty and everything, and that hand kind of stay a little longer, and then all of a sudden y'all in the kitchen wearing it out, and then y'all go and wash up and get back doing what y'all doing and everything, and y'all be laughing at each other. And then when the kids come upstairs, they looking at y'all like, why y'all googly out here? Why y'all laughing at each other? And we be like, why y'all madly? They're like, oh, they done had sex. Or something. Ah! So, and for you all women, if you're not allowing your husband to do drive-bys, you wrong. He should not. How did I get on this subject today? I was supposed to be talking about Ali, and I'm already okay. Anyway, he shouldn't always have to warm you up like a crock pot. I'm just saying, sometimes be microwavable. Sometimes be microwavable. Let that man go and have a drive-by, a stick me fest, and be gone. You can do all that warm up stuff and rub me down and rub my feet and rub my back and rub and rub and rub and kiss her and kiss her. You can do all that later, but sometimes let that man roll up on you. I'm just saying. I just feel it's my opportunity and duty and job to make sure that each relationship has as much love and as much sex as they can have. That's my job now, right? That is my job, is to make sure you all are doing it in every place possible, getting the most out of your love making sessions, and you're married. Okay. So, it just is my duty. It's my duty to help him wax that booty. I got issues this morning. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah. So, IJS, what, to be honest though, some of y'all that stay on YouTube like all day, I mean, like, YouTube is your job. You're on here like all day. Like, if I turn on the computer at 11 o'clock in somebody's place, you're there. If I turn on the computer at 1 o'clock, you're there. If I turn on the computer at 2 o'clock, you're there. If I go back and turn it on at 4, you're there. If I go back and turn it on 6, you're there. If I go back and turn it on 8, you're there. See what I'm saying? Like, YouTube has become your mate. YouTube is your mate. Okay? Or either, what is that other one? TikTok is your mate. A lot of y'all, if you start allowing that man to roll up on you, you stay off YouTube so much. You get your back broke in. You be bent over, really quick drive by, and then y'all can take it to the other room, the fun house, and play, and all that. Okay, anyway, let me move on. All right. IJS, y'all. I'm just talking about what I'm talking about. If it don't apply, let it fly. Dang, I'm full of rhymes this morning. Okay. It's my duty to help him wax your booty. I like that one. I might get that put on a t-shirt. If it don't apply, let it fly. I like that one as well. Yeah. Let me see if I can come up with another one. Not trying to. Yeah, I got issues this morning. Just pray for me, okay? One of my friends lost her brother. We all grew up together, but me and her was more closer, and me and her mother and everything. But like I said, we all grew up together. He's like, "What's up, Big Mike?" Like that. So he passed away last night, and everything. So pray for my friend Janetta because she's going through right now with the passing of one of her brothers. Now, I don't know if he passed because of a heart issue because Mike is big. Okay, Mike's been big. As far as I know, Mike, he's been like huge. He's been like maybe 500-600 pound huge, and everything. So just cause he's big don't mean that's why he lost his life. But, I was just wondering, was that because they didn't say how he passed away. They just said, we regret to let y'all know that our brother Mike passed away, blah, blah, blah. So, and I so happened to be up last night when she posted. I was like, oh no, and everything. Cause he's trying to come on to me, Lord, with his little fat self. He's tripped me out. He be like, man, I'm gonna get you yet. I'm like, boy, you and I together, we both big. What we gonna do? Start a fire? I mean, I'm just saying. What we gonna do? Start a fire? You can't find yours, and you won't be able to look at mine because you can't find yours. So I'm gonna miss his jokes though. I am. I'm gonna miss his jokes. So yeah, bless his heart, and bless his mom's heart. She just got out of hospital not too long ago, and everything. So yeah. So let me tell y'all some news real quick before we go on. I might hit this little story real quick. I don't know. I got some good news. Some of y'all might care, some of y'all might not. However, this is my platform, so I'm gonna tell my news. I'm so excited, y'all, because I am getting rebaptized. Yay! And I know people's like, huh? Yeah, I meant it when I was 9. I woke up. Let me tell you, I've always been an unusual kid. I'm serious. And so I'm an unusual person. I woke up when I was 8 years old, and I told my grandmother, like I was sitting, it was a Monday morning. I'll never forget. If you grew up in any holiness or Baptist church, they'll say, what day did you find Jesus? And people knew their day and all that. They'll start calling the road. Did you find him on a Monday? Did you find him on a Tuesday? And all this and stuff like that. So, but anyway, I was about 8 years old, and I sat up in the bed. It was a Monday morning. I never forget it. And my grandmother was like, I don't want all that crying. You going to school today? You going to school today now? Come on. And I was like, no, Granny, that's not it. And she said, well, what's wrong? I said, I love the Lord and I want to be baptized. Like that. And my grandmother stopped in her tracks and looked at me, and just looked at me. And then she went and she got the phone and called some more old people. It was like, I can't take this girl. I can't take her. Guess what she just said? And she said, okay, baby, well, come Sunday, we'll make sure that happen. If you still want to do it, we're going to make sure it happen. So Sunday, I couldn't wait. I came out the choir stand and came down on the motherboard where my grandmother was sitting. And I was like, y'all anticipating. I was like, yes, I can't wait. I can't wait. And she was like, you really want to do this? I said, yes, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Like that. And so when they said, okay, we have an altar call. If you want to come up for prayer, if you want to be a candidate for baptism, and blah, blah, blah. I hurried up and ran up her, boy. It was just one seat. I hurried up and ran up on that front seat. And they was like, uh-oh, look, Coco's up here. Look, Coco got something to say. So they thought, those that didn't know, because it was only like 3 old people that knew that my grandmother called. So anyway, everybody else that didn't know that I was going to ask for prayer, right? And so I grabbed the microphone. They said, what you came up here for? I said, because I love the Lord and I want to be baptized. Their whole church started shouting. I mean, I said it so bold. I knew what I wanted. I was a weird kid. I really was. I was a weird kid, so before my husband passed away, I was supposed to get rebaptized then, and everything, but something happened. They had to have the pool fixed and blah, blah, blah. So once he passed away and I went through all this grieving stuff, and I had that with my daughter, what happened to my daughter, like I had grief on top of grief on top of grief. You know what I'm saying? So now that my life is settled and I've dealt with my grief for both my husband, my deceased husband and my daughter. Now I can really focus on what I'm doing with my life because my life is in order now. And at first, my life was chaotic. Yeah, it was upside down. And that's to be expected. I was married almost 30 years. You know what I'm saying? And then, what happened to my daughter before my husband, I still had to deal with that and blah, 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 blah. And then, the cousin who I got a child by, if you don't understand that story, go back and look at some of my videos. He passed away 3 months after my husband. Somebody killed him. So, it was just a lot. I had emotions like topsy turvy. Emotion was everywhere, everywhere. So, now that I have settled, now that I know who I am as me, as a single woman, as a widow woman, as just me, not mama, not wife, not daughter, not as me. I know me. I've gotten used to what I want. I've got people placed in my life who I want in my life. And those that I don't want in my life, I don't make room for. See how that works? I've learned that not everybody that claims they're for me is really for me. That some people, they can say with their mouth that they for me, or that they love me or they care about me, but no, they don't. and I don't even wait on it no more. It's like, okay, I just leave them to themselves, because these people will still be the same thing, still saying the same thing next year. And come the year after that, these people will be still doing the same thing, still saying the same thing the year after next. Because guess what? This is the same thing that they've been saying and they've been doing for the last 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years. They haven't changed. What makes me think I'm that difference that's gonna make them do better? I do whatever they need to do. I'm not. So, I even took, like I said, I got people in place that I want in my life. And that's making me even a better person because iron sharpens iron, right? So yeah, I am rededicating my life to God, which I had already done that. So it ain't like I'm just now doing it today. No, I've already done that, but I want to solidify it with getting rebaptized. I feel like it's necessary. One, because I am a minister. Okay. I am a minister and I've had a lot of knocks. And it's just something I want to do and everything because I take what God has called me to do, I take that personal and I take it seriously. Now, this is the thing I don't do. Okay, let me tell you some of the things I don't do. I don't like two-faced people. Okay, I've never liked two-faced people ever. I didn't even deal with people like that when I was in high school, elementary school, or middle. Okay, I don't deal with people like it in my life. When I see that you're a bone carrier, I back up from you. What does that mean, Coco? That means when I see that well, this is what I heard. I heard, and somebody tell you something, I ain't gonna tell nobody. And then as soon as you say I ain't gonna tell nobody, you go and tell some. I don't do it. It's a telltale. I don't do that. I gotta keep my spirit right. Am I perfect? Heck no. Sure, I'll cuss you out in a minute if you get on that other side. And I'm working on that. I don't cuss as much as I used to, but them cuss words still float around. Trust me. And when I get upset, it takes everything in me not to let them fly out because I am a cussologist. Do you hear what I'm saying? I got a degree in cussology. I'm just telling you. Okay, I do. And I ain't forgot. My cussing ain't broke. It works very well. It works very well. Absolutely. So yeah, I just I don't yeah, I just don't play with that, y'all. Many people do, but I don't. On this YouTube apparatus, shout out to Auntie Kwani. On this YouTube apparatus, we have a lot of wannabes, a lot of gonna bees, and a lot of I think I am's. Okay, people who want to be famous, people who think they famous, and then people who I'm more famous than you. When you reach somebody like myself, right, who's true to themselves, I don't care nothing about all that. I don't care nothing about all that at all. I told y'all, the person I'm trying, if I'm going to pattern myself after anybody, It'll be those two young men I told y'all about. Not even Be Love, because I don't particularly follow Be Love. I really don't. I think what her and her husband has done has been tremendous. I like, matter of fact, I even like T.S. Madison. And I know people be like, oh, you like a transgender over? It ain't got nothing to do with sex. Y'all go too deep. I ain't got nothing to do with what's in these people's pants. Don't care nothing about it. The business person that I like, this in T.S. Madison, she's becoming a business person by being authentic to who she is. That's me. If I can't be me and be famous, I don't want it. See, it's one thing to be you and be famous. It's a whole nother thing to take on a persona, to create who you think people want to see, to make that person rich, and then people find out you ain't nothing like what you claim. I ain't got time for that. I don't have time for that. So that, no, I don't want that. I'd rather be hood rich. And what does that mean? It means me being authentic to myself. Me being who I am and people understanding me, or at least accepting it, being like, well, I might not like everything she say, but at least I know she real. At least I know she's who she is, good, better, and different. That's Coco. I can take that. I'd rather have people rolling with me like that than people that want me to create something, put on a nose, put on a wig, some floppy shoes, and bounce around to it. No, I'm not doing that. Leave it up to other people. That's not me. Okay? That's not me. Not gonna do it. I'm gonna always be 100. As much as 100 as I can be without just giving you all of my information like social security number, stuff like that. Okay? So my thing is this. Um, I think for me to move to my next level in not only ministry, which I don't know how much higher God's gonna take me, but however high He takes me, I'm great. But not only to move next level in that, but even with my next marriage, it's gonna be crucial because my next husband, he's gonna have to do like my first one and find me in God, and that's the truth. And I keep saying it, and men keep feeling like no, they can go outside of that, and no, and especially if you somebody, let me tell you, even in my friendship and in my YouTube ship, let me say this too. If you somebody who never keeps your word, miss me. I'm so serious. I don't have room in my life for flaky people. Are people that one day you this way, you all happy and giddy. The next day you just dying. The next day, you don't know what you're doing. The next day, you're sad. The next day, you know what I'm saying? Like it's such a seesaw. It's so up and down, up and down, up and down, up. I told you, I'm one of them that need stableness. Okay, I'm a stable person. I need stableness. I need foundation. I build on solid foundations. I do not build on seesaw. I do not build on quicksand. Okay, I just don't. And there are some people that I used to want in my life, I don't anymore. And that's because they have proved to me they don't have the stand withal to stand. Everything knocks them down. Everything is well, it's me. I can't deal with that. Because even though I take a licking sometimes, I dust myself off and I press through my pain. I press through the things that I go through. I can't, I'm not that person who I stay down. I don't know how to surrender. I don't know how to quit. That quitter is not in me. That surrender is not in me. It's just not. You know, I want to say this too. There's been a lot of things going on in a sector on YouTube called the beef sector. And I support a lot of people in the beef sector, okay? I watch a lot of people in the beef sector. I really do. I have not partook of anything in this sector with all this madness that's going on. One person doing this, one person doing that. This man was dating this woman. Now he's out here exposing her supposedly, telling, all about her coochie and how she can't ride a penis and she can't suck a penis and all this and stuff. And everybody wants to know, yeah, how did her coochie smell? How did it smell? Huh? Huh? When I heard somebody repeat that, I'm like, I know you lying. See, it's just certain things, and I know people not as old as me, and I get it. And I found out that I'm like a little bit older than most people on this YouTube apparatus, and I get it. Like most people I support, I'm older than, and that's weird to me, but whatever. Okay, so when you in your 50s, when you really in your 50s, I'm talking about not only in age, but in maturity too. Some things just don't buy, some things you just don't wonder about. And another woman's coochie is one. I don't care if you like the person or not. When you a mature woman, one thing you don't worry about is how her coochie smell. I've seen people do that to another content creator that live in Chicago. People was like, yeah, I heard her coochie smell like fish and blah, blah. And I was sitting back like, huh? That's what y'all talk about? That's important to you. How her cool you see what I mean? Even saying this is making me like scratch my head like what? It's more things to life than that. It's just maybe it's just me, y'all. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm putting 20 on 30 or something. I don't know. But I just got more things to worry about. And I want to make sure the team I build is the team I'm supposed to have. Point blank, period. The team I build is the team I'm supposed to have. Just like now, this particular person, he's okay with me. He's okay, but I'm gonna be honest with you. It's a person in the beef sector who claimed they were leaving the beef sector because they couldn't do it no more, and they ain't doing it no more, and blah blah blah, and blah blah blah, and all that, right? Okay. Um. Yeah, and they was leaving the beef sector, and they ain't for all that no more. They gonna be doing other stuff. Well, the person used to get really good reviews in the beef sector, used to get really good numbers, right? And everything. And then when they left to start doing other things, those numbers went from hundreds to like 20 or 10. Because this person built their platform so much off of the beef sector stuff and what was going on, people don't want to hear anything else from that person but the mess. See, that's my point. You never let a person box you in on what you can and cannot talk about. And this person built their platform on being one of the people who can talk about, this, that, and the other, and what's going on and stuff like that, instead of being authentic. Okay. Instead of being authentic. And so they had to come back. So now they've been itching back. And every time they turn around, now they're talking about beef sector stuff. After they already said they weren't going to talk about beef sector stuff no more. But now they're talking about beef sector. See what I'm saying? So I don't let nobody box me in. You either for me or you not. If I come on here and talk about Matchbox cars, and and you know, so I see this person now and I shakes my head because it's like it's really sad that they keep saying they not back. They just talking about this subject. But because they talking about that subject and what's going on and everything, they getting a lot of views again. They went back from not getting views to getting a lot of views. See? So to some people, views do mean a lot. Views do mean a lot. Okay? So I want to bring on something really, really quick. And hey, 300, if I didn't speak to you. Yeah, that's my mod, 300. Hold on. Let me pull this up. Okay, I did it right. Good, 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 good. Okay. People ask me, like I told, and shout out to Jay Dunn. I did unblock you, Jay Dunn. So yes, you can come over here again. I'm not sure if you heard this or not, but you are unblocked. But shout out to Jay Dunn for asking me a question. And I was glad we was able to have our conversation over there on ODS's panel. And shout out to ODS. Thank you so much for allowing to do my comedy challenge when I have it this year. I appreciate you so much, ODS. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And everybody else who has sent me warm thoughts and prayers regarding my daughter, my deceased daughter. I appreciate y'all so much. Thank you so much. And Miss Olivia, thank you so much. You gave me a whole little thing yesterday over on your platform, and I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I do. Let me see. And I will say this, because you all have been asking me a question about Ness. Okay. To my people, it's the girl named Ness that has a channel. I used to be over there sometime, especially at night if I can't sleep, because she was always up. I have nothing bad to say about Ness at all. I have nothing bad to say about her. I said, and here you having this quote from me. I said, I can no longer follow Ness. I refuse to sit and watch her self destruct. That's exactly what I said. End quote. I said, I can no longer follow her. I refuse to watch her self destruct. And I mean that. I wish her the best. And in the words of Just Kimmy, I wish her what is it, the best in all her endeavors. May God bless her. I do, wish her the best and everything, but I don't like to watch people who's very talented self-destruct. She's very talented, very talented. She can go so far if she just get it together. And I just don't know. I understand people like a train wreck, and that's why a lot of these content creators, when they go live, they get so many because they already know. People already know they're gonna self destruct. They looking forward to a train wreck, and people want a train wreck. Okay, most of the time, people don't want people to come on here and tell them the real stuff, or this is how you get better, this is how you heal, this is how you get your credit together, this is how this, that, and the other. They don't want that. They don't want that at all. They just want train wreck. Okay, they ain't gonna show you their life, but they want you to uproot yours and show us how worse yours is. So I ain't gonna show you mine, but I'm gonna look at yours and laugh at yours and point at yours and you my clown. I ain't being nobody's clown. Leave that up to other people who is okay being a clown, because I'm not. See how that works? I'm not. But whoever, do you. I don't judge. Do you? I feel like though, when you're a very intelligent person, you have the best of both worlds. You have like a minimum of each. You have your foolishness, you have your stuff to make your mind grow, your money grow, your health better. You have all of that. Like it should be a level to this. Okay. You should understand as a grown up how you can do this, and that. It ain't just gotta be all or nothing. But some of y'all, all y'all want is the mess. That's it. And y'all life is messy. But that's all y'all want is the mess. Feed me more. Feed me more. Mess, 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 mess. Now, there are some content creators I have blocked. I don't want none of your what's that, algorithms coming to me. I don't want them to suggest nothing from you. I don't want none of that. I've blocked you. I don't want to know you existed. That's how bad I've gotten it. Like I told y'all, I got in my life who I want in my life. I watch who I want to watch. And as quiet as it's kept, people be pissed at me because I like Lady Nika. I like Lady Nika. Let me say that. I do. And do. And do. If that makes you not like me, Saranara, it's been great. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I get my thou when I need to get my thou. But I ain't gonna let nobody handicap me on where I can go, who I can see, who I can enjoy. Point blank, period. When people hit Lady Nika's platforms that I don't like, I exit stage gone. I take my coach purse and my cup of coffee and we leave. Point blank, period. Some of y'all live this stuff too much. I want y'all to find a mate. I really do. I think a lot of y'all need mates. Find you a mate that'll face you, that likes to look at you. Cause you know what? A lot of y'all don't get that look. Y'all don't get that look at each other's sex because they don't think you attractive. Oh, let's just tell the truth and shame the devil. A lot of y'all don't get that person to look y'all eye when y'all making love for two reasons. I'm gonna give you two. I ain't gonna just say one. I'm gonna give you two. First reason is because they don't think you're attractive and they really don't want to look at you outside of sex, letting on why you making sex, because the person is uglier when they make it. I don't care what nobody say. My husband used to say, baby, ooh, you so beautiful. And oh, ooh, you get like an extra glow. Ah, nigga, you lying. You lying. Everybody ugly doing sex, especially when you great have that climax. Yeah, that's men get ugly. I mean, ugly. The truth is the light of the world. Men get ugly during that time, but it's a pretty ugly. But when you already ugly, sometimes people don't want to face you because that face is challenging. I'm just being real. You have a challenge face. It ain't that we don't love you, but that face is challenged. Okay. So that's why sometimes people don't want to face you while y'all making love because your face is challenged. You have a challenge face. Okay. The second reason is right. The reason why somebody don't want to face you while you're making love is because your belly is kind of bigger than what it should be. So they can't get that ping in the hole the way they really want to. So they got to flip you on the back so that ping can reach our way to that hole and give you the satisfaction that you be wanting. Okay? Because other than that, it can't reachables. You're going to have to tie a string to it and pull it and pull it and pull it. Okay, I'm back. Anyway, move forward. I'm just saying. I know. Pray for me. I got issues. All right. Let's listen to this because this is important what I'm talking about. I don't need no more of that coffee. That's my Starbucks coffee, y'all, from my Keurig I made. Oh, I don't need no more. Okay. Anywho, let's go.
Was watching me refuse to give up pornography, she saw me as an undisciplined man. Yes. And so she could not fully give herself to a man that was that undisciplined because she had been molested. And if the person that was molesting her didn't have the discipline to not do that to a little girl, then here now her husband is now doing things and she's like, stop doing that. And I'm like, no, I was just abusing her over and over and over again. So she was bound to withdraw from me. It was just a matter of not if she was going to, but when she was. And so I began to learn things. Man. So strong. Wow. I was a horrible husband. I was horrible, man. And all she wanted was to be loved herself. And I denied.
Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that? I can only use y'all. Like the longest relationship I had was my marriage. Okay. Like I said, almost 30 years. And I can only use that, right? And most women, not all. So if this is not you, let it, if it don't apply, let it fly. Okay. Dang, I did it again. If it don't apply, let it fly. Most women have had some trauma in their life as far as in a relationship or sex trauma, like molestation, incest, rape. And so when you meet these women who, for better choice of words, has grew up with that trauma, some have gotten help, some have not. But they are at a level in their life where they really want just somebody to love them, okay? Just to love them, right? And protect them. And I gotta admit, my deceased husband, he already told me what his job was as my husband. He told me what his job was as my husband. That was so attractive to me. When a man tell you he knows what his job is as your husband, ain't nothing else you could say. I didn't have to tell him, you know, your job as my husband is to do this, this, and this. And he's like, oh, for real? Oh, okay. No, he told me. Like he said, He said, I'm supposed to protect you, provide for you, and be the head of his house, which makes me the priest. And I'm going to do all of that. He said, and my best job for you is to love you unconditional. And I'm going to do that too. And that's exactly what that man did. Exactly what he did. So this man right here, and it's a lot of men. I've had to tell men who are interested in me. I had to tell men who are interested in me this. I don't like it when you say that. I don't like it when you do that. When you do stuff like that, or when you say stuff like that, it triggers something in me that has been healed. But you're opening, it's like throwing salt in that wound again. You're doing it. And if I tell you that, even in a friend basis, whatever, if I tell you that and you keep doing it, you can't care about me. You can't love me. Okay, case in point, y'all, I'm gonna be honest with you. What used to get me was, and I know y'all gonna think this is weird, but the word okay. I'm gonna let y'all marinate with that. Okay, I'm gonna let y'all marinate with that. The word okay. I'm talking, you know how people talk and they go and they dismiss you by saying okay, not respond to what you're saying, not care about. I've spilt my guts to say this, and all you got for me is okay. That's dismissive. Okay, that's disrespectful. I can't stand that. I'm better with it now because I realize some people do it to be funny because they want to get a rise out of you. Some people do it, they really show you they don't care, and you can't make people care. So I've learned that, and it took counseling for me to learn that. And I'm gonna be honest with you, it took, because I'm gonna tell you why. When I was a kid, and I went and I would tell family members about me being molested and incest and all that stuff, they would go okay and keep doing what they were doing. Like I didn't just cry and tell you he keeps touching me. He keeps on. Okay. Or if I say, no, this person really did such and such and such, or they lied, they did. Yeah, all right, okay. I was dismissed. So that word in that context, it drives me crazy. Because I feel like by us being adults, we should have more in our vocabulary than just the okay. And so it was certain trigger words that my spouse had that I couldn't say to him. But I loved him enough not to ever say it to him again. Let me turn on my heater, y'all. Hold on. I loved him enough to, he told me, babe, don't say that. He said, I can't even explain to you right now why. And I knew him to know that's one you don't ever say again. Finally, one day we was talking, and I said, babe, why don't you? And he just dropped his head, and then he lifted up and looked at me. He said, I'm gonna be honest with you. And he told me the story behind it. I was like, whoa. I didn't know that phrase was that deep, because it wasn't that deep to me. But just because it ain't that deep to you don't mean it ain't that deep to somebody else. See, that's why I keep saying, a lot of people keep saying they want a relationship. A lot of people keep saying they want to get married. You're not ready for marriage. You're not even ready for a relationship. You're not ready to even deal with you. You're a bottle of mess, and you okay with being a bottle of mess. And that's not fair that you want a man to deal with your mess. That's not fair. I always wanted to be a better version of myself, not only for the person I'm with, but for me. I deserve to be better. I deserve to be a better version of me. And the best, thing of change behavior, of I'm sorry or whatever, is change behavior. Don't tell me that you're sorry and then you don't change. You stay the same way. And then you apologizing again, but you stay in the same way. You apologizing, but you're not changing. You apologizing, but nothing. You still the same way. So what are you apologizing for? I think a lot of people say I'm sorry because they feel like that's what's warranted, but they don't really mean it, and then they don't even know why. See, my thing is this: if you're gonna tell me you sorry, I want you to tell me why. I'm that type. Don't tell me you sorry and you can't tell me why you sorry. Because are you really sorry? Because if I'm sorry, I can tell you, you know what? The other day, I jumped the gun with you. I really went out and I shouldn't have. My fault. I'm sorry. Or a couple of years ago, I said this to you and that wasn't quite the truth. I'm sorry. Or you see what I'm saying? Like that's me. When I apologize, that's how I apologize. These people who just sorry. What you sorry for? They don't know. I don't know. Whatever I did, I'm sorry. Huh? And you know what my response is? I go, all right. That's as far as I take it. I don't internalize it. I don't do anything. Because to me, when you really sorry about something, you know what you're sorry about. You don't have a problem saying what you're sorry about. I said this to you. I was wrong. I did this to you. I was wrong. I've been doing this to you. I was wrong. I don't know why I'm doing it. I have no clue. I don't know, but I'm doing it and I don't know. See what I'm saying? Like I can take that. I can really take that. But all that other, we ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. So anyway, I'm gonna play this one more time, and I just want men to hear this because this man lost his wife, and he realized why he lost her. Check this out. Oh, thank you, Narrative. Thank you. Robbie is my baby. That's my baby. Yes, I was over there last night listening to her.
I'd heard that for so many years. When she was watching me refuse to give up pornography, she saw me as an undisciplined man.
Okay, that's another thing. When you have a wife or a person that has been molested, incest, abused sexually, or whatever, and you have a porn addiction, they do view it as undisciplined. That's true what he just said. They do view it as being undisciplined because we feel like it's an attack towards us, especially when you know what I've been through. And this turns you on more than me. You're saying that this picture on the screen is more important, more attractive, means more to you than I do. That's true. Okay, listen.
Yes. And so she could not fully give herself to a man that was that undisciplined because she had been molested. And if the person that was molesting her didn't have the discipline to not do that to a little girl, then here now her husband is now doing things and she's like, stop doing that. And I'm like, no, I was just abusing her over and over and over again. So she was bound to withdraw from me. It was just a matter of not if she was going to, but when she was. And so I began to learn things. Man. So strong. Wow. I was a horrible husband. I was horrible, man.
That's true in a way, Narrative. I agree with that in a way. I do.
And all she wanted was to be loved herself. And I denied her that for so many years.
All she wanted to be loved herself, and he denied it to her for so many years. That's cruel and unusual punishment as well. And like I said, it's just like a thing about it is women talk about what happened to us more than men do. We're not the only ones who've had some bad things happen to us, you know. However, we are the ones that will tell it a little bit quicker than men will because sometimes, like, okay, one of my cousins, he was molested by a woman, And he thought it was a, yeah, shoot, I lost my virginity at such and such, and she was this age and all that. And I was like, that's molestation. She was too old to be messing with you, but he took it as a badge of honor. To where on the flip side, had it been a dude that molested him, he would have threw out there. He wouldn't have told it as quick. Let's put it like that. He wouldn't have told it as quick. He would have said, I guess it depends on who's giving and receiving the apology, mainly women with each other, not genuine. Like I said, I don't know. You could be right with that. I feel like I'm not going to say I'm sorry unless I'm truly sorry. Because other than that, it's empty words. I know a lot of people don't feel like me, and I get it. And a lot of people are not me, and I get that too. But yeah, you don't get no sorry from me unless I'm really sorry. Because I think, like I said, other than that, it's a waste of words. Wait a minute, I actually saved something I wanted to get your opinion on. Hold on, I thought I saved it. Evidently, I didn't. Hold on. I could have swore I saved it. Cause it's got to do with a relationship. And I wanted to read. Y'all know how I used to read the relationship things to y'all when somebody sent it to me. And I thought I sent it to my email. And I did, so I'm gonna have to pull it up here. Hold on. Daggone it. Come on in the room. Let me see. I hate AT&T. I got to call them today too because AT&T keeps going offline and I'm having to wait for my stuff to come up, and that's what's taking me so long. I already have my stuff here, but then it goes offline. I have to wait for it to reconnect online again. That, if they can't do no better than what they doing, I'm already switch, so it ain't nothing. I'm going to T-Mobile. Okay, hold on. I found it. Let me get to the top. Okay, then this is a couple of married people. I'm gonna ask you. I'm gonna ask y'all. Y'all don't have to respond, but okay. Hold on. Okay, let me, because this is a shorter one. I did save some, but I saved it under something else. So let me get this one. Okay, ladies. Okay, this is ladies, but I'm gonna ask you men too, men and women. Have any of you ever cheated and fell in love with the other dude or girl? I cheated to get even with him cheating first and then fell in love with the side piece. How do you handle it? Okay. So there was a question. Okay. All right. Let me get to I swear the stuff okay. All right. Here we go. Okay, let me see what y'all saying. My opinion, you shouldn't apologize unless it's genuine. When you are molested as a boy by a woman, it doesn't hit us until falling for that woman or older girl. Younger men will take that and she let me. I'm a big man now with a notch under my. Yeah, you right. They will look at it like that. You right. I agree with what like Creole said. It doesn't mean it's not molestation. Yeah, if molested by an older boy or man, we keep it quiet till adulthood. That's true. And even in adulthood, you only tell people that you don't think it's gonna think that you gay or call you anything like that. Like it's real hush hush to where women we are more out with it. We'll tell we like, because my uncle touched me and my blue blue, like we'll tell it, but men not so much. And I get it. I get it's the stigma on what we consider a man. And not everybody can you trust with your secrets. You know, let me see. Because it's stagnant in our lives due to people saying you're right. I just said it up. So don't tell nobody me and they will think you right. That's why I feel like, let me say this to any man, okay? Any man out there, you have, if you're gonna make your life with a woman, women are natural chatty patties. What I mean by that is we talk. We natural talkers. We just do, okay? However, if you're gonna have somebody with your secret, make sure it's somebody you can trust. Make sure the woman you can trust, that if y'all get mad at each other, she won't throw up in your face. That's why, blah, blah, blah. Because we have a way of cutting people down. Like, for real. Women, our mouths is dangerous. Our mouths are weapon number one. Okay? We got weapons over here. And we who? When we feel like you at us, depending on how low we think you going with us, and you might not even mean it like that, but how low we think you going with us, we'll cut you down with your worst thing. Like this comedian said one day, just like he said, I had to break up with her because she saw me getting beat up by this man. And first thing she'll do when she get mad and say, yeah, you want to get smart with me, but that dude whooped your A in front of me and blah blah blah. He said, I couldn't live with this. I had to break up with her. So like, you got to make sure that, and that's why I keep saying to men, let me say this to y'all. If we ask you not to say different things or not to do this because it hurts me, you should love me enough to not do it. You should love us enough to not do it. Because if the shoe was on the other foot and you told me something and you say, okay, Coco, I don't want you to say that, I told you that in confidence. And every time you came for me, I didn't say it. All of a sudden, I pull it out of my arsenal and said, that's why you got 2 lumps on your head. You don't want nobody to know, so you wear hats. You see what I'm saying? Then you be pissed. I can't believe you said it. When you keep coming to me, I keep asking you not to say it. So one deserves the other. There should be limits in the relationship that we don't go. I don't care. It should be, you should be, me should be, it should be limits in the relationship. We just don't go. I don't care how mad you get at me, you won't go there. I don't care how mad I get at you, I won't go there. Why? Because I have more respect for myself, and I have a lot of respect for our relationship than to go to hell, because that's where we would be going. Let me see facts, and some women would do that too. Or it hits even harder when you have never said a word and she thinks you. Yeah, that's true. You are correct. Right. Your own female friends would throw that up in your right about most tragic flaws and moments. Right, absolutely. Dirt, if you are on it, absolutely. And I think it's sad. I think it's really, really sad. But again, we have a lot of people whose ages is one thing, but emotionally on the inside, they're a whole nother age. Mentally, how they deal with things, they're a whole nother age. That's why you have a whole lot of 50 and 60 grown-ups in age. Like if you ask them what their age is, they'll tell you their age, but how they deal in relationships and how they deal emotionally and how they deal mentally, they're stuck in their 20s and teens. They can't, like, they haven't grew because that's where they tragedy hit first. And they never healed from that. So their age kept going, but emotionally and mentally and all of that, they're stuck. And until they want to face that little child in them, face that 8-year-old, face that 13-year-old, face that 16-year-old, face that, you know what I'm saying? Until they start facing those levels of ages where they had trauma, they will always be stuck. There'll be an 80-year-old man dealing life as a 20-year-old. There'll be a 60-year-old woman dealing life like a 25 or 30-year-old because they can't get past that level of where they got stuck. And that's my thing. That's one of the things why I come on here. I want to help people get past those levels. I want to help you heal that little kid for whatever reason. And I'm just one person, and I don't have all the answers. Just such as I know, I don't mind talking about it. That's why I come on here and I tell my life. So if people can say, well, dang, if she been through that and she's here, I know I can come through. Let me see. I would never tell a friend's personal problems. I throw it back up when we have small disagreements. Men do this to each. I know y'all are horrible. Men are, men are horrible. Y'all would throw each other's stuff up in a minute. That's all right. That's all right, ninja. That's why when you was over there, you let that dude suck your penis and didn't think nobody knew. Everybody like, what? You gay? Nah, I ain't gay. But so yeah, those little secrets come out. Cause to be honest, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Y'all friends really don't like y'all like that. They tolerate y'all because it's something they getting out of it. That's what I've learned from men, like for real. Because if you turn your say you got a good woman and you turn your back and your friend sees your woman more than once and she speaks, he speaks, and all this, before long, that friend gonna approach that woman. Cause he gonna see if he can get one up on you and talk to your woman without you knowing it. Men, and I know me like, nah, we've been down since third grade. We've been down since, yeah, okay, you ain't had the right temptation. You ain't had nothing that friend feel like they wanted. I'm telling you, I know, I know from which I speak. This has always happened. Always. Let me see. The old immature fools and young punks can be a problem online. What you said. Huh. Maybe 300 you ain't had nothing that they wanted. Maybe you ain't had nothing that they wanted. Maybe you're not a threat. Maybe if you become a threat or you have something that they feel like they want, they might just really show you who they are. I hope it never happens to you because I don't really think you'll be able to handle it. But yeah, but maybe you just ain't never had that thing that they wanted. Because sometimes we all got, and I hate to say this, but I'm gonna be honest. Y'all know I'm transparent, right? We all got that friend, we all got that buddy that hangs with us that we don't think too much about. Like they like the how can I say that? They're your buddy, but they ain't weighing in. If it makes sense, like they're the buddy, they get the leftovers. Like y'all get the nice looking men, y'all get the men who want to spend money, and they with you because they your friend. And the one you not really interested in, you kind of push back because other than that, they probably wouldn't get no mate. So you kind of like, hey, that's my friend right here. This is Susabelle. Won't you meet Susabelle? Like that, because she's with us. She's one of us. She's our clique. It's four of us. She's the one that makes up the four. She's cool, and everything. But yeah, her, yeah. She last one getting looked at, if at all, and all that. So not that she's ugly, but she ain't like Wendy and like the rest. So everybody got that friend that makes up them four corners. Not that you are, I'm just throwing it out there. Everybody got that friend that makes up them four corners that, yeah, hey, you consider my friend over here, hey, be like, man, take her off my hand. I ain't interested in her. I want her friend, dog. You know, but all of a sudden, when that particular fourth person that ain't never weighed in, all of a sudden they get something and everybody else is like, whoa, yeah, okay. Y'all can act like it don't happen if y'all want to. I never tell my closest friend how me and my woman get down in bed. I never be trying to get with my woman behind my back. I can't get with the gender wars, but I do believe in accountability on both behalves. I didn't know it was a gender war. I'm so far behind because I don't buy into women's lib. I don't. I know what it was started out to be in. Women's lib was started out as a good thing, but it just like mostly everything else, it turns to personal. It starts to be stuff like women's lib start to be like, we don't need no men. That's a lie. I love me some black men. Love me black men. The darker the berry, the sweeter the juice. Dark. Okay, this is what I like. This is not what God gives me, but this is what I like. Okay, I like dark man. I like a man with a nice goatee, a bird. It has to be neat though. It can't just be everywhere all ugly and a bald head. I promise you, those 3, it turns my head every time. Oh my goodness, I think it's sexy. I don't know what I think about. I think because my daddy is my hero. Seriously, my daddy is my hero. And that's how my daddy carried himself. That's how my favorite uncle carried his. Every important man in my life carried themselves like that. They dark skin, bald head, and they got that beard thing happening. And I've always looked up to that. So I promise you, that right there gets my attention before anything else. So, yeah, it does. It does. And I'll be like, oh my goodness, because I used to love laying in the bed with my husband and just rubbing his beard. I did. I either rubbed his head because he used to cut it like when he had bald head, yes, sir. But when he used to let it grow back, he would have waves. I mean, he had good grade of hair, but he would have waves. And I used to just lay in the bed and just rub my hand over his head while he slept. I would do it so much he would fall asleep. I love that, which I'm weird. A lot of men don't like it, and a lot of women don't like it. A lot of men don't want you touching them. I don't get that. Whatever. A lot of women don't like touching men. I don't get that. Whatever. Let me see what y'all saying. Which black people should never get into gender battles with each other because they view us both as ignorance at the end of the day. That's true. I love black women, so I am not anti, but it's a deeper connection more than her look. I know that's right. Let me tell you something. My fear, I'm going to tell you my fear narrative. I'm going to tell you, they're trying to start a gender war between us, but thank God we're not following. Oh, okay. I'm going to tell you my fear narrative. Okay, it's the first and last time y'all going to hear this. I'm afraid I won't know this. I won't know the man that God is going to send to me. That's a fear of mine. I see so many women dying behind the hands of black men that it has scarred me. Even though I had a king, I had a wonderful husband. I mean, I had a wonderful husband. Yes, I did. But I'm so afraid that this time around, when God sends him to me, I won't notice because I'm scarred from all the murders that I see that's happening with black women by the hands of black men. I'm so on guard now that I can't stop watching it, for one. 2, I went and got my guns and stuff. So it's like, I don't want to miss the man God has for me this time around. However, I'm praying that I don't miss it because I'm scared. True story. I really am. And I'm never scared of anything. Anything. But a snake. That's it. But that's where I'm at with it. And because I honor the black man so much, I do. I honor him in his prospective kingdomship. And I look up to him so much. A lot of men are dealing with childhood issues. They can't take no for an answer. They can't do rejection. That it's got me to a point that I'm standoffish. It's like I'm just standoffish, Uh, even a man wanted to come from Las Vegas to meet me. He's so that much into me that he wants to come to get to know me and visit me and all this and stuff. And I'm scared. I am. I really am. Um, it just is what it is. And so I'm praying about it because I don't want to miss it. I really don't want to miss it. And my friends keep telling me it's not wrong with going to dinner. It's not wrong with going to, and everything. And even my friend, the real life with Anthony McNeil, I already told him when I get involved with somebody, they're gonna have to meet you. Cause I know Anthony gonna be honest with me. He gonna tell me. He gonna be like, no, Plus Anthony can do some stuff I can't do. And I know he'll be honest with me, be like, let that one go. Not him. Not him. So, and I trust him enough to tell me the truth. So let me see what y'all saying. Let me see. Okay, Creole, and that's okay. It gets better. I believe it. I know I always say that. Let me see. I live in San Francisco in the Bay Area. You don't see that often, but I did while in college at Southern University. Oh, okay, Southern University. And a lot of them have turned into incels. Yeah, yeah. I just I know who I am. And I think that scares a lot of men too when you find a woman that knows who she is, knows what she's about, and knows what she offers, right? I would rather have somebody like me than somebody that don't know anything, that don't know who they are. They don't know what they bring in, don't know how they can equal you. They don't know nothing. Like I said, the man is the head, but I'm the neck. And the head can't do nothing without the neck. I can play my part. But what I don't want is somebody trying to dim my light to make theirs shine. I dim my light because they confused in who they are. I won't deal with that. I don't. I have been through too much in my life not to be happy in these latter parts of my life. For the last, let's see, me and my husband was married almost 30 years. I'm going to say for the last 25, because the first 5 was getting to know you years. The last 25 years, honey, it was a bliss. Yes, we had up and downs, but the good outweigh all the bad. So I know it can happen. I just, like I said, the man I need needs to be the man who knows who he is. He knows who he is, and he don't think it's robbery that he pushes his wife in her prospective place to shine brighter than him. Because he knows when she shine bright, that's shining light on him. I don't need no man. Oh, you got these men looking at you. They looking at you. I don't want no man speaking to you and looking at you. Are you crazy? Are you nuts? You mad at me because I'm attractive and they watching me. See how that's misdirected anger? That came from a parenting somewhere, mother or father. Somewhere along the line, that came from there because you're insecure. I can't help you're insecure. I don't want a man who's insecure. I don't. I don't want no. Stay away from me. Get away from me. Let me see. I'm glad, girl, that you spoke on this. I'm promoting good channels, so I need to probably open a slot for women to speak. So documentaries on topic. Okay, yes. Thank you. Thank you for being a part of it. I always ask for men to come over here because it's not just a women's channel. I talk about everything. I'm an equal opportunity. I was gonna say destroyer, but I'm an equal opportunity person. I talk about everything. Things that affect women, things that affect men. Hey, I talk about herbs over here. I break the Bible down. I talk about it all. We talk about food la la. Don't get me wrong. Hold on, let me blow my nose. Shoot. Wait a minute, y'all. Hold on. Oh, it felt good. Oh my goodness. Cause I'm getting all that mucus and stuff up, y'all. Yes, 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 yes. Uh yeah, the educated lambs, right? Shout out to Vicky Diller. That's my boo. Yes, and like I always say, I don't knock nobody else's race. I love my black man. I do. I love my black people. Even though they get on my nerves, now the ninjas I don't like. I don't like the ninjas in no color. But I love my black people. I really do. And I feel like once we get ourselves together, we're gonna take over like we should have all along. You have to deprogram yourself. There was things that I saw growing up in my immediate house that I knew that once got on my own, I would never demonstrate because it wasn't correct. And even me, like my mom right now, my mom learns from me. She watches me, and that's my mom. So that means a lot to me that my mother, the person who reared me, is actually taking, steps from my book, taking things from my life and implementing it in her own to make her better. It's nothing like growing up with a mother who is bipolar and is undiagnosed. Okay. You see all the signs of bipolar. She knows there's something wrong, but yet and still don't have the time, money, or resources to go and get diagnosed to get help. So she grew up just winging it. And I had to deal with her. And y'all, that's another reason why I don't like instability, because I had to deal with my mama's instability, up and down, up and down, up and down, mood swings. 1 minute here, 1 minute there, 1 minute here, there, no, 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 no. 1 minute she's, hey, yeah. 2 minutes later, she pissed at the world, throwing stuff, slamming stuff, and all this and stuff. I had to deal with that growing up. And I made up my mind I would never rear my kids like that. I would never run my house like that. I won't be like that. Whatever help I can get, I'm going to get. So yeah, I had, and so even now, even though she admits now that she knows about it, that she has it, she still hasn't brought herself to go and see somebody regarding it, and she's in her late 60s. So I don't think she ever will, but she uses me to help her with that. And I'm grateful that she has a daughter who is a doctor and therapist that I can kind of, without being her therapist, kind of say, you're kind of on the left side today. When I say you're kind of on the left side, she know what that means, and I'm like, won't you? And she takes in consideration what I'm saying. So yeah, let me see. I will subscribe to both. Oh, thank you. I appreciate. Tell some more people about me. I'm close to my 1,000. I'm close. Not there yet, but I'm close. I really just want my community of my people. Not everybody's for me, and I get it. But I want the people that think that we can just have a conversation like we're doing today. We're piggybacking off of each other, having a conversation about male-female relationships, politics, whatever the case may be. I enjoy that. I understand that. Like I said, iron sharpens iron. 300 is I love your honesty, Creole. My mom is for real. She's in Atlanta. Okay, yeah. Thank you. I appreciate you too. All I have, I'm just transparent. I'm transparent. I came on here not to be the most famous YouTuber or content creator. I came on here because I wanted a place to talk about my story, to help people who's been through what I've been through. For some of you all who don't know, let me tell you, since you knew, you can go back and watch some of my videos. But for some of y'all don't know, I am more than a conqueror. I am a survivor of years of incest, years of molestation, and multiple rapes. And the reason why I say that is a badge of honor, because I am who I am now because I stepped on those things and never stopped being whoever God wanted me to be. I never allowed it to stop me. I still had to go to school and get good grades while being molested, while being in incest, while being raped. I still had to be a B student, an A student. No C's was allowed. I still had to, you see what I'm saying? So, the thing that tried to kill me, actually, I used that as fuel to become who I am today. And that's why I have doctor in front of my name, because I went and got that doctorate degree in therapy, you know, and everything. So, yeah. I tell everybody, it's life after molestation. It's life after rape. It's life after incest. Let's talk about it. Because the black people, black people, we don't believe in talking about it. We need to talk about it. It's a lot more people that this has happened to, not just me. There's a lot more people that can't talk about it. So if they come over here and they hear me, saying what I've been through, that gives them the extra strength to say what they've been through. And that's what I want to be. Let me see. Nonprofit, okay. Oh, no problem. No problem whatsoever at all. I even my one of my cousins who was my main person, and I even had Stockholm syndrome narrative. I really did. I had Stockholm syndrome where I fell in love with him. And after a while, he didn't have to, close me in a room to be with me and all this and stuff. I was willing to let him have sex with me as much as he wanted to. Matter of fact, I craved him. I wanted him. I was in love with him. He was older than I was. He wasn't way older than I was, but he was older than I was. I was in love with him. After a while, we ended up having a child together. Which everybody knows this. My daughter knows. Everything. So it just is what it is. So for me to be sitting here in my right mind, talking to people and everything, that's a blessing. So I don't take it for granted, and I try my best to help everybody by being open and honest with my story. You can't shame me with my own story. I lived it. That's what bothers me when people try to say, "Yeah, that's why you was." Yeah, I was in your point, but I'm still here. and I'm better than you. So, okay, maybe, I don't get it. What is your point behind that? You're trying to say that to make me feel what? Because I don't feel anything about it. I'm healed from that. I don't feel anything about it. It just is what it is. It happened. I live to tell the story. I'm still telling the story. I'm helping people, so it is what it is. So anyway, I didn't get a chance to really talk about the Ali woman today and everything. So I guess my co-host overslept because I know that they got off this morning. They're off on Tuesdays and everything. So hope we may come back later today. I don't know, uh, but I do want to change the name of this title to everything but Ali because this show wasn't Ali and everything. But I appreciate everybody who has been up in the bushes listening to me today. I know they're probably dealing with the other content creator that's talking about all this old beef and all this and stuff. I just don't have time for it. Doctor, you help more people than you know by doing your content on this channel. I appreciate that 300. Thank you. I think you're a little biased, but I appreciate that though, and everything. So, yeah, how can I say this? More opportunities is opening up to me, y'all, and everything. And I'm gonna take these opportunities. I'm walking there in. Hey, Zero Love. Hey, Smooches. Thank you for coming over. More opportunities is opening up to me, y'all, and I'm walking in my opportunities. Um, I don't know what all's gonna happen, but I do know there are some things that's coming up that's happening. I do have a couple of more interviews coming up. The thing with Breonna Taylor's mother, y'all, let me tell y'all, Breonna Taylor. The thing with her mother is one of the judges. I mean, one of the policemen, some with an H. One of the police get a retrial. Okay, he gets a retrial, and until that retrial is over, we can't interview. Does that make sense? One of the policemen that shot her daughter, that killed her daughter, like the bullets penetrated, is back. It will be going back on retrial because it was a hung jury. So he got to go back to court. Until that court date is over, I will not be able to interview her. Her attorney and somebody else that's with them don't want anything that's going to jeopardize. Uh, okay, I love your name. Thank you. Is it Kiwa? Did I say that right? But until that court date is over, she will not be able to interview. Okay. I'm kind of disappointed, but I understand because we don't want anything to jeopardize that trial. Okay. They are more than guilty. Other cops have already gone to penitentiary over it. Okay. So this is the last one that's fighting. And we pray that he gets his due in penitentiary with everybody else. Okay. Um, yeah, it makes sense. It might ruin the case. Right, it might ruin the case. So I told her I understand. I told her representative, not her. I'm sorry. Told her representative I understood. Whenever she's ready, I'm ready. Okay, point blank period. Whenever she's ready, I'm ready. That's just how it's gonna be. Um, haven't heard anything yet back from Masterpiece Camp yet. They were supposed to give me an interview in 2022. Okay. But y'all know how COVID was out here and all this and stuff. And then I had lost my husband, blah, blah, blah. No, 2021. That's what it was. And so I haven't heard anything back. I have reached out again to his camp. Okay. Because somebody in his camp did address me last year and said for this year, but I haven't heard anything since. So Master P will be one. I'm still claiming it. Okay. I really want to get in Masterpiece mind. Okay. About entrepreneurship and things of that nature. I know him and Snoop Dogg is suing Walmart about their cereal, how they're putting their cereal behind instead of letting it sit out there with the rest of the cereal and all this and stuff. They playing dirty. They really are playing dirty. That's why y'all sometimes we just need to buy black stuff even if we don't use it. We do. We need to buy black stuff and go, especially this month. This is Black History Month, okay? We need to actually do some stuff for our people that we may not have done, okay? We need to do something for our people. Okay, so this is the last thing I wanted to read, y'all. I forgot about this. I'm glad I still had it up on my computer. Let me see. I think 300 just says something. Yeah, we don't need. Hold on. Yeah, we don't need them fine loophole. Right. Uh-huh. I did a bonus exclusive on Ty Nicholas and YouTube when I made the prayer with the case that made video was violent. Oh, I buy black when I can. I know that's right, Zero. Okay, so y'all, I'm gonna read this to y'all. I want y'all opinion, okay? This is the second letter, and this is weird, okay? This is anonymous. This is anonymous. It says, I don't have my glasses, so bear with me. I'm just trying to see if I overreacted. This past Friday night, I was in our lower level room listening to music and having a drink when my spouse came in and said, "Did you hear me calling you?" I replied, "I can't hear you over the music." My spouse replied, "I bet you will hear me if I disconnect the Wi-Fi," and then went and turned the current breaker off and then back on, left the room, interrupting the Wi Fi signal and music. So while everything was reconnecting, I went to put a pizza in the oven. And when the pizza was done, I grabbed a couple of slices, ate them. A few minutes later, my spouse said, "You weren't going to let me know pizza was done?" I said, "Of course not. After you turned the power off on me, we didn't talk to each other the rest of the weekend because I felt that was very disrespectful." Finally, Monday, I felt I could talk about it only to be told I took it too serious. It was just a joke. I replied, "Who jokes and sees they upset the person and not say I was joking for 3 days and only after the other person mentions the incident? Would you have felt disrespected or would you have taken it as a joke?" I would have asked. I would have said, "Wait a minute, are you playing?" That's me. Because sometimes people playing, you don't know, they so good. And if the person had said no, then we would have had a problem. Okay. If they had said, "I'm playing," okay, well, stop playing with me, like. So what would you have would have think? What you think? Did the person go too far by overreacting? Or do you think that person meant it exactly how it was, but using it's a joke to cover up the fact that they acted like a donkey? It's only a joke when both parties are laughing. If the other person ain't laughing, then you might want to apologize. I know it's right because I think going and turn the breaker box, that's a bit too much. Y'all know how long it takes for AT&T to stay up on its own. Let know you done turned off the daggone breaker box. Now we gotta wait a whole 30 minutes just to get the Wi-Fi back up. He says one side of the I agree. I promise you. I agree. I'm like, nah, player, you meant that. You meant that. You trying to use that as a joke. And then gonna say, "Why didn't you tell me the pizza was done?" I didn't know I was cooking us a pizza. I thought I was cooking me a pizza. That's kind of mixed up all the way around. I'm like, what the flying fig Newton? Okay, since I got some men in here, last question. Do you think you would still feel like the man of the house if your wife made twice as much as you? Or do you think that would be a problem? Like she never threw it up in your face, she never made you whatever, but you knew that she just got a raise, right? And she went from making, let's say, $28 an hour to now she's making $38 an hour. So it's not twice, but let's just roll with it. She's making $38 an hour. She works 40 hours a week and can get all the overtime she wants. So her checks is nice when they come home. You're making $25 an hour without the overtime you want. Okay. So do you think you would feel like a man still? Are you would it part of you would feel like insecure because your wife makes more than you and you don't like it? I think it's what you said. He said when he found out she wasn't happy that he wanted you. Okay. Not good. Okay. See, because with my deceased husband, I said like this. With my deceased husband, I made more than him. I made more than him. He ended up working 2 full-time jobs because he wanted to. He's a worker. That's just what he do. I met him. He was a worker. He's putting in 30 some hours overtimes. The man was just a worker. Okay. I just so happened I had a little bit more schooling than him, and I would get a little bit better jobs than him. He didn't know about computers. I did. I know how to build them, everything. So that was never finances was never an issue with me. But I never held it over his head. All the money went into one pot, except for my account I had on the side. But that's neither here nor there. All the money went into one pot, and I paid the bills from one pot. One pot. Every bill went into one bank account. I mean, every money went into one bank account. Okay, except my little side. And that's just how we did it. I never once threw it over his head that I made more than him ever. And he used to tell everybody, my wife is never, as far as we've been dating and married, she ain't never one time made, talked about, you need to make more money. You need blah, blah, blah. He said, because I pulls my weight. He said, and then some. He said, but she's never had to say that to me. Because whatever money I got is hers. And that's the truth. Whatever money he had was mine. Okay, so let me tell y'all, all y'all men that got these women, y'all know tomorrow's Valentine's Day. Don't be a louse. Do something for that woman for Valentine's Day. Most women like cords. Most women like candy. I don't, but whatever. Most women like flowers. Most women like to eat. So if you can't do eating because it's too expensive or whatever, you never expect. I don't care if you do stuff for her all the days of the year. Valentine's Day, birthday, and Christmas. And Mother's Day, for real. Even she may not be your mother, but she's somebody's mother. And if y'all in a relationship, she should get a cord or something. Just because you are a mother, happy Mother's Day. Y'all be letting those days slide. Now all this, well, baby, we've been together for 6 months. We need an anniversary. To me, that's dumb. I ain't that woman. I ain't. Oh, we've been together. It's our 6-week anniversary. Girl, go sit down somewhere. Go sit. Yeah, I ain't that one. But you let Valentine's Day pass, Christmas, my birthday, and Mother's Day. So I'm telling y'all now, today's the 13th. You got 24, well, not even 24 now. You got some hours before tomorrow. Tomorrow should not pass. All you married folks out there too, you married men, tomorrow should not pass without you doing something for the woman you love. Even my sons, and it be Valentine's Day, but my sons will give me a cord, they'll cash out me, they'll buy me a coffee, they'll do something on Valentine's Day. And my one son, he got a woman, but he'll still say, here you go, Mom, happy Valentine's Day. I'm like, oh, thank you, boo. Even my daughters do something for me on Valentine's Day. They think is we keeping up with Daddy started because Daddy would have already did. Man, my deceased husband, I would have woke up to something today and in the morning, and he would have brought me some home after work if he went to work. If not, we would have went to the restaurant and set our butts down. But he did for me all the time. So all the time, I wake up just on a Tuesday with roses all in, So yeah, I love that. I'm a flower, stuffed animal, cord type of chick. Don't roll up on me with no candy. I don't like candy like that. I just don't. But flowers, cord, coffee. Ooh, let me calm down. I said that too good. Coffee. Yeah, as long as she's still treating me like the head of the house. What's that mean though, 300? What's the head of the house? How can a woman treat you like the head of the house? Would never be a problem for me because I would be too busy trying to do my own thing. Two people progress, and there you go. Two people progress, and no matter what it is, it's a good thing. I know that's right. Some dudes won't do much because She said, I didn't want that. But then again, I guess it's about you knowing. Yeah, you would have to know your lady. Yeah, that's true. I'm going to order the book. Okay, thank you. Let me see. Yes, follows him. Yeah, you're right. You're right. They do follow in their father's footsteps. That's why I said, if you had a good or bad father, it does alter how you grow up. It does alter how you look at your relationships. It does alter how, because if you had a father, Papa was a rolling stone, in your mind, you will never have a good relationship because part of you will always be like, I can have all these women. Why settle for one? Even though you may have seen a good relationship in another, it still be like, nah, I can have all these women. You know, it just is what it is. What do you want more? I want my husband, which I had that, so my next one gonna have to be like it too. But anyway, I want my spouse to want me more than to desire me more than he desire whatever else, because that's how I'm gonna do him. I'm gonna desire him more than I desire whatever outside of God, outside of God. But everything else, I desire Him. He's who I want. I told y'all, I just want to laugh, live, and love, not in that order. But that's all I want to do. I want my last days on this earth, and I say that because I'm already a quarter over. I want my last days on this earth to be filled with nothing but laughter, nothing but love, and to live. Like I said, I don't think even though I'm retired, I don't think going out to eat twice a week, I don't think it's hard. I don't think it's hard. Some men be like, I can't afford that. Oh, okay. You don't know how to budget, evidently. Because if you knew how to budget, you could. You know, I don't think us making dinner twice a week, maybe, that I don't think it's hard. We can do it together. You slice and chop, you know, and I be prepared. I think it's romantic. It's just us. How much food do a person need? I'm a single person. I don't even eat that much. So I mean, how much food does a person need if it's only two people? That's kind of weird. If you know, IJS. Let me see. Most men think her having a PhD would change her from her wifey duties. Would never be a problem. Okay, yeah. And see, this is my thing though, narrative. This is my thing. People used to say, well, she's a preacher, so she gonna always think that she's head of her husband. They'll lie. I couldn't wait to not minister so I can go back to Miss Swallow. I enjoy being my husband's wife. He made it easy to be his wife. He made me want to be his wife. Seriously. I couldn't wait to be. People was crazy. I'm like, yeah, I don't want all that, honey. He can have all that. I'll go right back and do what I'm supposed to do. I had not a problem with that. Where a whole lot of women, they don't like that. I don't have a problem being submissive because my husband made it easy to be submissive. Now, had he been a hard neck, I'm the man, you gonna do what I say, and never gave and never loved me, and I never knew he loved me, he never put me first, and nothing like that, I wouldn't deal with that. We would have been divorced a long time ago because I ain't gonna have nobody doing me like that at all. It's one thing to know your position and you carry yourself as a king, then it's another to want people to treat you as a king and you don't carry yourself as one. I'm going to treat you how you carry yourself. Let me see. I shouldn't have said head of the house, but as long as she didn't throw it in my face, it wouldn't bother me. As a matter of fact, I would brag about my wife making more money than me. So yeah, but anyway, y'all. So any chew. I wanted to get those two perspectives. I haven't been reading those lately. I actually forgot all about them, to be honest, because we've been to so much stuff. But I appreciate y'all, and I thank y'all so much for just hanging out with me today. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And remember, no matter what the test, always do your best. Always do your best. And there's nothing you can do about me loving you. And listen to my song. Hopefully it'll be on Spotify soon. Smooches.
Standing on my own, I'm ready to move on. Don't try to hold me down.
Fighting on my own, I'm
ready to move on. Don't
try to hold me down.
standing on my own, I'm ready.